Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nutmeg Curling Club. My name is Britt. This is Sean.
Hello.
And we are here to bring you the Club Challenge. Yay! As you can see, the match is underway. Let me set up for you folks what we're looking at, and then we will go from there.
So I will start with saying I'd like to thank everyone here for participating in our tournament. This is our in-house Bonspiel. And it's great that we have 20 teams participating. It is the most we've had for a club challenge since we've opened in Bridgeport. So it is very exciting to see which teams will rise to the occasion and make finals.
For those of you who are completely new to this, the club challenge requires our committee to put together teams, so no one on the ice had any choice on who they're playing with. And a lot of folks are playing with people they've never played with before. So let's run down the teams really quickly from left to right on your screen. On sheet A, we have Team Zakin throwing yellow versus Team Muldowney throwing red. Over on sheet B, we have Team Hippias throwing red against Team Corelli throwing yellow. And over here on sheet C, Team Bocafuso is throwing red against Team Bykowski and Team Yellow. Congratulations, by the way, to Dave Bykowski. He just got back from the GNCC playdowns
with Ed Simia and Larry Boucheri and Eric Sebastian.
And they were the runner-ups in the GNCC championship and played a marvelous final match. They came within one shot of winning the whole thing, and they just did fantastic work.
And considering the run that they had to go through, it was quite a accomplishment.
Yeah, I don't want to
their sweepers were, let's just say, a little tired afterward.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't want to badmouth the GNCC, but I'm a beer in. I'm going to just say it. The schedule, Craig is giving me the quiet sign. Craig, I just go to Craig.
Yeah.
Shaw just gave me the quiet sign. The honest fact is they had a brutal schedule. They played
they did
3 matches on Friday and nothing on Saturday to get to Sunday. So I understand how hard it is to make a schedule, but my goodness, kudos to those guys for making it that far. All right, so let's talk about the action.
All right.
Well,
I think the game that's farthest along is sheet B.
Yeah.
Well, about the same as A. Oh, actually, they're all about the same. Good pace of play.
There's more rocks in play on B, and that's what gives the illusion they're further along. We should also let folks know watching at home, this is a 6-end event, except for Sunday.
Yes, we just have so many teams to get through, and we don't play all day Thursday or Friday. We only play at night. So, and then Saturday evening we have our Christmas party. So,
that's a lot of fun.
With the time constraints, we're playing 6-end games, which is fun. It gives a different strategy and keeps everybody fresh.
Yeah.
Because there will be some long roads to get to the finals here, so.
So I'm just taking a look around the different sheets. There's not a lot of action on A. Very open house. Sheet B has a lot of stones in play. And sheet C, I see a lot of yellow.
There is a lot of yellow. one smack dab on the button. Now, see, I've played with the two Busafukos, but I have not played with Jackson.
I'm going to call them Alexis and Tony.
Yes.
Because I don't want to insult them by mispronouncing their name. Bokenfuso?
Bokenfuso? Yeah, that sounds about right. So that was a team that wanted to play together. They're
Absolutely.
family, so it'll be a little challenging for them as their experience level is not as diverse as some of the other teams. But as long as they have fun, then we've accomplished what they'd like.
Well, that's a big thing. Jackson has been skipping in the junior level and has been doing very well with it. So this is a great opportunity for him to get out there and play with the more senior members.
I think his first shot was a little bit of nerves as he missed it way to the right, I think it was.
Oh, absolutely. I apologize. I was just posting our events on Facebook so people could follow. We could take a quick look. Let's see. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he had the open hit and missed it.
There's a lot of yellow right now. Here comes Dave Bykowski's first shot.
Yeah, tough matchup for the first game playing.
Which is totally random.
Yeah, it was totally random.
It's going to be a nice guard. If it bites, it's even better.
It's going to be into the 12-foot.
It didn't get over quite as much as he wanted. Jackson can see that shot stone.
The only question is you are trying to save from giving up a big end.
So you want to park
So,
on it?
yeah, the question is, does he have enough room to park on it now?
Ooh, that's a great question. From my perspective, it looks like that's a big port. But I could be wrong on that.
I mean, he can definitely hit it, but where is his shot going to end up after he hits it?
He would need to hit and stick. But that's the problem. If he hits and sticks...
hits and sticks, he'll probably be open for that takeout. He needs to hit and roll, or he needs to sit on it.
I guess if you're going to hit... Yep, he's tapping the broom right now. The perfect shot is to hit and roll to what is the bottom side of the screen into the 8-foot and give him a draw for one, basically.
My thought would be is to hit maybe a soft take to tap theirs back, not even, just to tap theirs back so you can get onto the inside of their rock and be behind the yellow guard that's in the center.
So that would be the top side of the screen.
But it looks like he is going to try to draw to the behind the top guard. Yeah, it's on our left, their right.
Ooh, it looks like he's a little wide.
Yeah, he's gonna have difficulty here.
Ooh, it's heavy too.
He might be right through.
Yeah, it's.
And on sheet B, we have also quite a bit of yellow, it looks like.
My.
Yeah. It looks like 1, 2 at least.
2, maybe 3.
2, maybe 3. They're going for the hit.
This is Red's last stone. So AJ needs to make...
AJ wants to hit. So, again, a hit when you're down 2 or 3. Dangerous move because...
But if he hits this and potentially doubles something out and rolls to the right under cover, he could cut them to 1 or even be scoring. It's a very challenging shot to be sure. We're going to go to A really quick. Oh, we can't.
No, can't go to far A.
So I'm going to put you on the switcher. This is Diane.
Looks like yellow. Yep, yellow is 1, so she's trying to take. so she can take her 2 or 3, but she hits
got
it
2.
out. She got her 2.
All right, right now
So
back
there
to
we
bar
go.
B.
He's drawing for. Oh, wait.
No.
Oh, AJ flashes
Bar C, Dave Bykowski with a wide open draw for 5.
for 5. Looks a little heavy. Ooh, didn't get the tick. He will get his 4. I think I will take my 4.
I would settle for 4, yes, absolutely.
But as a skip, we all know it's a open house to draw. All I need to do is touch.
Now,
It sticks with you.
You've skipped a lot longer than I have. Is there any shot more frustrating for you than an open draw that you should miss and go through the house?
Oh, of course. I mean, other than an open take.
So, open take or the open draw? What irks you more? For me, it's the open draw. Because if you think about it, this entire game is drawing.
I mean, yeah, probably the open draw. Open take, you gotta throw the right way. You could roll, but draw is the draw. If it's open, and if you know the time, you know the time.
You know the time, you know the time.
Doesn't mean it's still gonna get there.
As a quick non-curling aside, did you happen to see the Facebook memory I shared this week with you?
No.
Apparently,
Facebook. Yeah,
I know you're not big on Facebook. Apparently, back in 2010, you said the sentence, "Brit, come quick. Larry the Cable Guy is talking about the rapture."
Oh, God, I don't even...
And I put it on Facebook, and Facebook said, "Hey, look at your memory from 8 years ago." And I went, I have no memory of this.
Me neither.
But I'm sure he said it.
And there had to be some kind of reference that I was referring to.
So we want to welcome our friend Christy to the broadcast.
Hello, Christy.
Ashley's checked in. Ashley, I did change the name. It's having some difficulty with the stream, but it should catch up.
Name of what?
The actual draw.
Oh.
So it might be showing as Thursday or Tuesday to some folks.
It says Friday night, though. It's supposed to say Thursday.
Oh, Ashley's right. I'm sorry, Ashley. There you go.
Might seem like a Friday, but it's a Thursday.
It really feels like a Friday, yeah.
Did you take tomorrow off?
No.
I did.
I didn't because I wanted Christmas week off.
Oh, well, yeah, I already couldn't get that off.
Yeah. Sean and I work for the same agency, so it's a little wild.
I do have to drive to the airport tomorrow, though.
Oh, is
so
your
it's
wife
not really
back in?
She is. Yes, my wife.
So, this is the first broadcast since your marriage.
Yes.
Congratulations to Sean and Stephanie Main. Another quick aside, and I know we're trying to stay focused on curling.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Second.
Yes, it's early in the second as well. So
I was in a training this week at my work, which is also Sean's work, and somebody said to me, "I know you from somewhere," and it took them almost 15 minutes, but they finally said to me, "You were at Sean Main's wedding."
Who was at work that?
I have no idea.
That was at my, or knows that I was at your blah, knows that you were at my wedding.
Some woman who I was in a training with. She said she works with you. So
oh, okay.
It was just pretty funny. All right,
back to curling.
Yeah, I'm getting distracted. Early in the second.
We've got no guards. Oh, we got one guard in play on all 3 sheets. So
this is a 6-end match.
Mm-hmm.
we are playing a abbreviated tournament because of the number of teams. How does that change your strategy as a skip? Do you put up less guards because of it? Do you get more aggressive?
I mean, it all depends on the opponent, depends on your team, but I would, at least early, like the first two ends, I'm still playing my regular 8-in strategy. Obviously, sheet C, if you're down 4 already, you have to start thinking already, all right, how am I going to claw back into this, you know? So obviously you're already thinking, I need a lot of guards when I don't have hammer. I need to take my 2 and then start throwing a lot of guards, and I need to start stealing a little bit because I can't let him take his 2, obviously. Maybe because it was only the first end, you can let them take their 1 and be down 5, depending if you take 2 or 3.
But in your mind, you're down 4 with only 5 ends to play. You're probably looking for guards. So maybe you put up.
Well, I mean, obviously you do need your corner guards. Oh, and he had the center guard, and he has the hammer. Okay.
A nice takeout over on sheet A. Diane's going to try and eliminate some stones.
Yep, I mean, if there are no guards or there are the lead rocks in the house, you know, and you've scored your 2, take them out.
Yeah.
Give him 1.
Now on sheet B, yellow only got 1. So that's a pretty close match. Sheet A, 2 very experienced skips. And Zakin gave up 2. So Diane takes a 2-0 lead.
Yep.
So, I mean, you're not really worried too much about the flow of the game, except for sheet C, because giving up 4 is a big end.
The only thing I would be worried about on sheet A, being Zakin, is that I didn't get any guards up.
Right now.
So, that kind of, you know, you're already thinking, all right, how am I going to get my 2 without my guards up there?
Meanwhile, over here on sheet C, Jackson is trying to get something going.
All right, let's see. Oh, it looks like we're going to get a good sit-on here on B.
Ooh, this might be nice, really nice.
Yes, very nice.
Ooh, near B, really quick.
Now, there's a way, if you don't get your guards up, that you can get your 2. If they've thrown something into the house, especially on the corner there, probably got hit over to the corner. I apologize if I don't remember exactly how it got there, but it was behind the tee. You could come sit on it, and it makes it very hard for them to hit that thing out. And there you go. You got your, you can get your 2 now.
And John Corelli's going to try and shoulder it to the inside. I don't think it's going to curl as much as he wanted it to.
So now AJ can go ahead and throw onto the other side and try to get his 2 that way. Yep.
Now with a split house, the risk, particularly with an open house out front fight like this, is that you leave an open draw.
And Zakin's trying to do the same thing here. He's trying to, he had stones behind the house. He's trying to sit on it, trying to find a way to get his 2, creating a lot of jam possibilities.
There's near A. Okay, so here's what you're seeing on A.
That's B. Wait, which one is it? Oh, stream, sorry.
So looking at that setup, Diane's throwing red right now. Can she get...
Oh, yeah, she can. If she hits it on her on the outside there. She just takes that yellow out, and she can sit.
What about the back one? There's no way to get 2 here, right? There is a red stone back behind Brian, who's holding the broom.
But so, I think she's out counting that other yellow.
Oh, it's hard to tell. Meanwhile, over here on sheet B.
Corelli got another flash.
And that sets up the potential for a big end.
It does. He's got his 2 stones left. He's gonna have to start like sitting on stuff.
And AJ's gonna say, "Let's guard the middle. Put something in that's counting, but locking it up."
I don't know about guarding. I mean,
a counting guard's not a bad thing right now.
You don't want to end up leaving it too high because you don't want to give him something to come around.
And you don't want to give him something too deep because you don't want to give him something to sit on.
Mm-hmm. Makes it tricky.
It is. It looks heavy to me.
No, they're starting to sweep. Yeah, no, it's going to be good. It's in the 8 foot. That's a good shot.
That's a nice spot. I mean, there is still room to get to the button coming outside in, but you risk giving up 3 if you miss a shot, so it's a difficult shot. Meanwhile, over
Alright, so Corelli's going to hit that center stone. He's going to try to roll over to the one in the 4 foot. If he gets it right, he could get the double. If not, if he's a little too nose on this, he could roll over and sit on it instead.
Meanwhile, over on sheet A, Mark Zakin's getting ready to throw his first stone, and it looks like he is going to try and hit and roll. Do that really quick.
Mm-hmm.
If he can hit and roll straight over, he's actually providing some cover. Here comes the stone into view. It's going to be the inside of it. He's where he wants to be. I
don't know why he must have been throwing the other way.
He misses the inside, and that creates an opportunity for red.
Blue.
Oh, I was watching the club play down, so it was blue versus red.
I'm like, we never had blue.
No, we've never had blue here.
Cheat Seaver getting a hit. Might be to the outside. Ooh, he's gonna just hit it over. That one good.
Okay. So I'm looking over at sheet A. Opened the wrong package on our video software. Here comes Diane for the double. She gets one. One jumps. I'm sorry, jams. I'm only 2 drinks in, folks. But she's sitting 2.
I mean, obviously Zakin's gonna have to go for the 1.
Yeah, he's not gonna have a choice.
He's not gonna try to double those out where they are at and risk
sheet B,
giving up another point.
Red pushes the yellow to the side, and it looks like they're sitting 1-2. But red has the hammer here.
Well, red's sitting 1, 2, 3.
And yellow is throwing first.
I think. I don't know.
1, 2.
I'm gonna go over and see if I can see better over here. Oh man, it's close. it's at least. I mean, it's obviously at least 2 red right now. It could be 3.
All right, I'm going to jump to quickly to near C.
That are out there trying to, they've been curling for 9 months now.
Jackson's coming up.
That is so close.
He's given up 2 yellow at the moment, but he's got a double here. The question
Well,
is,
this-
how do you want to get to 1?
Is this his last
This is his
stone?
hammer.
So
Yeah,
he could either. I mean, he could either draw or could hit. I would hit the open stone there.
Is anybody else on hammer right now?
Corelli's throwing his last.
But it's not the hammer.
Nope.
Looks like Diane's getting ready to throw a hammer.
No, they already did that.
Yep. They already and Zakin got his one. Oh, he threw it inside.
Oh, here it comes though.
Oh, it's starting to really move.
It's moving.
Well, you better sweep.
He's got a shot at this. He's got one. Has he got them both?
Well, he doesn't need both.
He doesn't. He'll take his one. Meanwhile, sheet A.
Or sheet C. Or B. I'm sorry, B.
And he comes up short.
It looked like Jonathan's trying to sit on that center stone,
Looks like he's a little.
but he has not helped himself there.
Yep.
So I apologize. We lost the hammer on A. Hold on.
Yes,
start it right
Zakin took his one.
now. Okay. So that'll be 2-1 in favor of Diane over on A after 2. Over here on C, it's 4-1 in favor of Dave Bykowski. And B, we're up to the hammer. So what do you do here, Sean? Just draw for 2?
Well, I mean,
Maybe 3.
if he thinks he's 1, 2, and 3, he's just drawn. If he feels like that outside yellow is out counting his red, then he could try to hit his red into the yellow and score his 4.
Well, the way I look at it is this. He's definitely 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
You're down 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Draw and get the 3. Whatever gets you the 3.
For me, if I felt that I wasn't counting that one, I might as well hit it.
6 hands.
Oh, one of the gentlemen in the war room who we respect is holding up 6 fingers. He sees a shot to get 6.
No.
Six
There's
ends.
only 6 ends.
It's only 6 hands.
Oh.
You gotta watch out how you play. 'Cause you gotta play.
Gotta watch out how you play it.
Okay. Rick was just suggesting you have to watch out how you're playing because it's only 6 ends.
I mean, I would go for the 4.
Here comes a shot, and it's heavy. This is some sort of hit.
No, this is a draw.
It is?
Yep.
Oh, I think
Alf
it's
is
heavy
like,
for draw.
no.
The vice says, don't sweep.
It looks like they're going to be measuring for 3. I don't know, it's slowing down.
The vice, Julie, jumps in. That
Well,
might be 4.
wow, that really slowed down.
It's definitely 2. I'd say definitely.
Well, it's definitely 3. Now it's, what do they think for 4? I would measure.
No, they had to
I would
measure.
measure.
They didn't,
They had to
They
measure.
must be clear.
so they're clear on what it was.
All right, so I'm going to go off mic
Okay.
to do some stuff. But are you going to stay on?
I'll
We're gonna go
I'll stay on.
All right, so Sean's going to guide you a little bit as we are now into the 3rd end here on the first night. Before I sign off, just a reminder, we are here tonight at 7:30, 9:15,
Mm-hmm.
then tomorrow night, 7:30 and 9:15,
Yes.
and then all day Saturday, 8 a.m. until the legendary Nutmeg Holiday Party at 7 p.m. And then Sunday,
Yes.
3 draws, 4 champions.
3 draws.
The legendary Sean sleeping on the couch picture. You gonna sleep on the couch this year?
Oof, no.
Last couple of years, he dressed up as an elf on Sunday and
My-
fell asleep on the couch.
My new On Sunday. Yeah,
On
during
Sunday.
yeah, on Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm not suggesting any shenanigans on your part. You're a married man now.
Well, no, I might just be so tired I pass out here.
Last year, Sean came in, pointed at the coffee, pointed at the leftovers, and then went to bed.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll leave you in Sean Mate's hands. I'll see you guys later.
Actually, I'm gonna go off since it's the beginning of this end. I'm gonna go off for a little bit and come back later in the end.
Makes sense.
All right, so I'll see you guys later.
overthrowing.
All right, we are back,
Okay, no. He was yellow.
and I am joined by Skinny Larry Bosherry.
Hello.
We are now deep into the third end, and the fourth end on one. So we have AJ Hippias throwing on sheet B, trying to take out. Ooh, he almost got. If a little bit more of that stun, he might have had the double. But as it goes, yellow is drawing for 3. And we'll stay with this because we have the other two that already went to their fourth end.
This is out. That's what time was.
So we had a blank on sheet A to keep hammer. On sheet B, I'm not sure. Or sheet C, I'm not sure what they scored. But yellow did score. So, little heavy. It ticked a little bit, but not enough, and it goes through the house. So they'll score 2 to tie the match. Yes. I'm not sure. I didn't hear you on that one.
Oh, I said that ties it up.
Okay, there we go. I did hear that time.
Go ahead and recap the scores here, because I'm not even sure.
I did. I did. I'm not sure what the score is on C. I know yellow scored. Oh, they scored 1, so it is now 5-1 on sheet C. Yes, Bykowski is winning. We have 2-1 on sheet A, which is Diane Maldowney winning. And then on sheet B, we have a tie game.
Yeah, you better go back. That was her message. I didn't fully understand it.
So the goal for our committee is to make these teams as balanced as possible. So we have nice, close games throughout the tournament.
As someone who runs the Blarney Stone every year, I know how difficult that is.
Oh, it can be very difficult, especially when you have as many new players as we have.
Yeah, it's hard to gauge the level of talent of everyone. But you do your best.
And also, you don't know how they're going to play on that weekend. Also, they could...
I don't know how I'm going to play this weekend.
I don't have to worry about that. I'm not playing.
That's nice.
If I can.
I think the only thing harder than running one is running one while you're playing.
Ooh, done that before.
Yeah.
After I won it, I was like, yeah, I don't have to play again. Not until I'm not running it. I don't have to play one again.
That's smart.
Because also, you end up being like, okay, I'll give myself this person, that person. And you try, you don't want to give yourself a strong team. You don't want to be like, oh look, the committee head just gave himself the team to beat.
Then everyone's staring at you.
So when I did win, of course I did hear that. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've run this thing for 7 years. I've won it once.
There you go.
I think I just happened to get into a good draw here and had a good play.
You know what? I think I won the Blarney the first year we ran it. You must be more honorable.
I know, must be. You must have been like, no. But all joking aside, it's very, very hard to do that. It is a labor of love Love.
It is. Well, the goal is, you balance them as best as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And if everybody goes out there and enjoys themselves, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Here to have a good time.
I would love to get to the point where we have enough members and stuff like this to where we do have the two in-house bonspiels, but one of them, the one that I run is called the Club Challenge. It used to be the Club Championship.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
I would love to go to the point where the Club Championship is a tournament that teams form their own selves and you enter. And still have the Blarney, where it's a fun mixed thing that we do that's this kind of format. It would be interesting to do that.
Yeah, I like that idea. That sounds like a good time, and something different for the club, especially with this level of membership now. It feels like that's something that could possibly come into the mix.
It could. And it would be great to come back to that kind of a format to where teams are trying to do like a Bonspiel team, that they're trying to bring their best team that they can for the position, obviously.
Yeah, we don't have
and
something
do that.
like that for in-house. I mean, typically when we're putting together a more competitive team at this club, it's for the handle or for the Blazing Leaves. So something that's just in-house, that could be fun.
Yeah. I mean, Skip's playing with Skips, even, and Vices, maybe a bunch of Vices put it together a team, that are considered Vices, I guess.
Now, is that something that the board of this, or the committee for this tournament is discussed for next year?
Not for next year, I don't think.
Okay.
I think it's a thing that might come future. Like I said, because when I started and I looked at the history, it was teams putting themselves together.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, we already have this format.
For the Blarney, yes.
So it would be nice to have another in-house Bonspiel that's slightly different.
That's something that you would kind of do for an away Bonspiel, where you bring, I mean, obviously there's away Bonspiels, you bring a team that you just want to go and have fun with, but for a Bonspiel, you kind of want to put together a team, like for the club playdowns, bring a team that you think can be competitive, and, I mean, we might not have as many teams. Sorry about that.
All right?
But we might not have as many teams, but it's something that would be different and fun here, I think.
All right, well, keep that in mind. I'm going to push for it.
Again, I think it's still a few years away if we keep the membership that we have now.
Yeah. Oh, my God. So, last year running the club challenge?
I think so.
We have breaking news, folks.
I think so. I think about 10, well, how many years have I been doing this? Probably about 10, 8 to 10 years.
Are we still just showing the folks at home?
Oh my goodness, I sure am. I am sorry about this, guys.
We got deep into conversation.
We got into so many different things here
Not about the curling.
that we forgot about the curling.
I'm sure it's in the chat somewhere.
So we're on sheet C. This is the near sheet.
Vice rocks. It's a nice button draw.
I mean, I should just been over here. If I was gonna start talking.
Yellow's definitely counting too. It's like a measure.
But about 8 to 10 years running this, I think, is a good run. I think it's time to hand off to someone else to see where they can bring it, to change it up a little bit as well. I mean, it kind of gets into a routine if you've been running it for so long.
Yeah.
It's good to see where other people can do it. you know.
Fresh ideas.
Yeah, fresh ideas.
It's
Not saying that
you guys trying.
it's not that we, our ideas are bad. It's just it's always good to be fresh. This might be a double here. Yes, that is a double.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, and I'm on the wrong sheet here. It was the near seat, but I think that they are still counting one. Yellow's still counting one.
It's tough to tell. All three of those rocks.
I know, they're very close.
Looks like the one at back.
The way that Bykowski is calling the shot, I'm assuming that he is shot. Because if he wasn't shot, I'd be hitting my yellow right into their red. So, assuming that he is shot back there.
Yeah, he's confident.
He's throwing a top 12 shot that's going to be guarding it probably.
Exactly, right over the top. Make it hard.
Alright, we're on Vice Rocks is on B. We are on Skip Rocks on A. So I'm trying to find the near A. Sorry about this, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not adept at this camera changing.
This is pretty long. No, this is
Back on near C.
Go back.
It's going to be a little heavier than he wanted, but I think if he's counting 1-2, what I think that his thought process was. Near A. Oh, I hope that's not burning. I'm gonna be right back. Sorry to leave you into this. All right, I am here now with Robert Kwan, who is dressed to the nines right now.
Well, thank you, Sean. I just came from a concert. It is that season.
It is that season. So we are looking at. Oh, I should be at C, near C quick. Oh, if you guys caught it, he just hit it out and is now sitting 4. So we have one more shot for Jackson.
Effective shot for 1.
It's shot for 1, yes. So I don't know, but Jackson is playing with his parents.
We're
is.
getting some
it is-
comments from the ice about my getup.
Yeah, his get up. They're all doing the fingers like they're playing the piano. So Jackson, I don't know if you know anything about them, but Jackson is a junior. He's been skipping juniors, and they wanted to be on the all team, and and Jackson wanted to skip, so we accommodated that.
Here we go. Yes.
And
Yes,
it looks like he's might get his one here. He does.
Nice shot.
So we have Tony, Alexis, and Jackson, and they're playing with Phil.
Fantastic.
I felt a little bad that it is a tough matchup for the first match. I thought maybe Jackson would be a little nervous there, so
Makes sense.
it does. But after this, maybe they'll go on a nice little run. Unfortunately, he did give up the 4 on the first end. And
Hard to come back from that.
six end games, it's definitely hard to come back on that.
It's a short game, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. But all experience is good experience.
Yes, you got to learn how to come back from these kind of situations.
Exactly. I did a skipping clinic with the juniors a number of weeks ago,
Good.
and he was there, and I emphasize situational thinking.
Yes. It is. It's all situational. You're playing different if you're tied, if you're down 1, if you're down 4, if it's in the first end, if it's in 8 end games, if it's the 6th end,
Absolutely. When to be defensive, when to try to manufacture points, when to take some chances.
I didn't do a very good job on that on Tuesday, unfortunately.
Well, you tried to. It's just the execution was a little questionable. But we won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about
We will.
that.
We will remind you of the fantastic draw you made against 2.
Yeah. And
Which was quite typical.
I also made something against 4, I believe, in another end.
I'll take your word for it. I can't remember, but
There was another one where I made a draw or hit against 4. It had to be a draw.
oh, that's right. I do remember that now.
That was earlier in the game.
Right.
So we were looking at B, where yellow is sitting 1. There is a port to get to it. And AJ is going for it, which I believe this is his last shot.
Is he coming through the hole, or is he playing the run back?
I think he's coming through the hole.
With the sweeping, I think he's playing the run back.
No, he's playing the run back. Yeah, definitely playing the run back. I think it's wide, though. Yep, it's wide.
I blame the Vice.
Blame the Vice. Always blame the Vice. Which is why I play skip.
Right.
I have no one to blame but myself.
No, it's never the skip's fault. It's
Never.
always the Vice's fault.
We will. So on B, yellow steals 1 to go up 4-3. On C, we have a score of 5-2. And on A, we have Diane scored 2, her 2 in the 4th end to go up 4-1. So Zakin has an interesting road ahead to try to come back in this game, because again, it's only 6 ends, and now he's down 3 with only 2 ends to go.
Right.
So
He's got to go hard for his deuce.
he definitely needs his deuce here. If he does not get his deuce, he's in trouble. Big, big trouble.
Absolutely. Although Diane does like to play a lot of rocks in play.
She does. So we're going to go to... Do we have farce A? We do not. Sorry. We had a camera go out on us this year. I am on the wrong one here. Hold on. So if you look on the left-hand side of the view here, you'll see Diane's game, where they are sitting 1 red right now.
First and third shot.
And she is, what was she throwing? Was she throwing a hit?
I think she's throwing a guard.
Up 2, or 3, I'm sorry. Up 3 in the 5th end of a 6th end game. I'd be taking that yellow out.
Absolutely.
I mean, the shot did not end up in a bad place. I mean, I don't think there's enough separation to double.
Well, you probably don't want to double anyway. You want to keep your rocks in play and in front of.
Yeah, because to double that out, you'd have to be way off to the side and you'd roll out.
You'd roll out, yeah.
So you could maybe do a little bit of tap back, kind of jiggle things around here.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just tap them behind the tee line.
It's a little heavy for that, though. Yeah, Diane still has an open hit there.
All right, how are you?
So it's a little heavier probably than what he wanted.
Absolutely.
Or a little bit too much off to the side. If he had nosed it, it would have been alright, I think.
It would have been okay, yeah.
But he was a little off to the side.
Yeah, Mark wanting to generate points, he wanted to be throwing like no more than like the backline hack weight. Just tap him back behind the tee line. Remember, you can protect rocks in 2 different
Now
ways.
this looks a little wide, so this is going to help Mark. Let's see if it comes back any. Oh, it's going to come back fine. It came back fine. Actually, they're going to sweep it. Wow, that came back a lot.
That curled across.
That curled across. That was a... That moved a lot for I mean, even for a controlled hit, I think it moved a lot.
Right.
Because at first they were definitely waving off, and then they had a sweep. So
Mark will come down to those.
Mark needs to come down to that and sit, and hopefully Diane doesn't sit perfectly on it, because then he's only getting his 1.
Yeah. It's still early enough in the end. You can be stacking on top.
Yeah, you stack on top. Hopefully you'll be closer to the button after the stack.
Absolutely.
Maybe jiggle it around a little bit, to get yourself there.
And then make a quad at the end to score.
Oh, of course. But this is definitely going to be just a hit out. Oh, but it was wide. The thoughts going through Mark's head right now. Alright, let's see. Let's go to... This looks like a... Far B looks like a very interesting end going on here. Red
sitting 1 with hammer.
With hammer. Ooh, so you're sitting hammer behind the tee with center guards. Not ideal.
Not ideal, no.
But you got to work with it now.
Yes. I'm not taking that rock out of play.
No, I'm not splitting open the guards anymore either, yeah.
He's calling a center line. But I'd be going half under the corners.
I would definitely be probably biting 8.
You absolutely need to sit second shot.
Biting 8 behind those 2 guards.
Yeah.
Enough to where they really don't have a lot to enough room to sit. I mean, they're gonna have room to sit if they throw a perfect shot, but you want to make it as difficult as possible.
As difficult as possible.
Definitely go behind those 2 guards for the biting the 8 foot,
Definitely.
and it's way light.
Okay.
So now yellow's gonna go right behind that. I mean,
Well,
oh, he's gonna. Is he? What's he trying to do
run
there?
back here.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
yellow's trying to run back. Okay, I'm gonna leave you for 1 second, and I'll be right back.
All right.
We can continue analysis on this right now.
The situation has changed on B.
The situation has changed on B. Oh,
AJ, or sorry, Corelli called the run back again and made it perfectly, which meant that
Wow.
red stuck on the red
wow.
and no reds left play. So now red is sitting 1, 2, 3.
Nice. Oh wait, is that nice? Wait, Corelli is what color?
Corelli's yellow.
Red. He's red.
No, AJ is red.
AJ is red. Oh,
So
oh.
it was not a good outcome.
No, not a good outcome. Which is, you start trying to do all those run backs. Sometimes that's,
Yeah, with a lead,
yeah.
and you don't mind forcing it to 1, even to 2 here is not the end of the world.
Well, Corelli, with that shot, he has a chance to hit and roll behind a guard and save his end here, or save the,
Take the end away from.
yeah, take the end away for red. I would come behind one of those yellows
Absolutely.
and sit on the edge of the 4 foot somewhere.
Right.
Because if he doesn't, then he could just hit the 8 foot. If you come to the edge of the 4 foot there behind the cover, he's got to really be in the 4 foot.
Right.
What's going on, guys? Come on.
So
Well, plus it gives Corelli a free shot at the side red one to roll into the 4 foot.
so we are gonna go Farce C because he's throwing his last shot. This will be a draw for 3. Actually, let's go back to far B because that shot's almost away.
Have to work hard to get that by the guard.
Oh, I mean, no, it doesn't accomplish it. Never mind. I thought it might accomplish the goal that he wanted to block up the center, but it doesn't really. Actually, it helps out because now he doesn't have the hit off the outside red.
The side red.
So now he has to draw in between. Or he could draw between. Oh, so he's going to try to come through the center.
I would do that too.
Yes.
That's the path of the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
7-7, and there it is.
So he's throwing his draw right now. And Bykowski, I think, made his draw to score 3. And on A, I have to see. Yellow took 2. So Mark is now only down 1 going into the last end.
John Corelli's shot just went through. AJ is drawing for the 3rd point.
Oh, far B. Oh, we are on far B, okay. So AJ is throwing. Looks, I don't know. Oh, they're trying for the tick. Is it gonna stay? It is not. Ooh, it is close. It is close.
I misspelled it a second.
I think it's yellow though.
I believe it is yellow. So 2 red for another 1 point lead for red. So we have 1 point lead for red on B and a 1 point lead for red on A.
They're shaking on B.
They're shaking. Wait. Oh, they ran out of time.
Just by like 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's unfortunate.
It's his first year. Yeah.
Oh, no.
See, this would be nice. Not a big problem. Look at it floating. Yeah. If it's what it's supposed to be, I don't tell you anything.
So there's another danger. You gotta call your shots quick to make sure you get. I mean, even in a 6-end game, you gotta get those shots in order to play all your ends. I mean, I would take being down 1 or up or down 1. You know, with hammer trying to get that last end in, but you get.
Throw it and it goes to the board, hits the board gently, and comes back like to it. Doesn't bang it and make it all the way up to that. Turn. And one up. There you are. All right. This is stage.
All right, so on, let's go to sheet A near. That's the closest.
Great. Skips.
That was coming down to the wire too.
It is. That one's a close game.
Touch base with me at 9 o'clock. What? There you go. You heard me. What?
Who is skipping for yellow on A?
What do you mean? Oh, skipping for yellow on A is Zakin? Yeah, Zakin.
We're good?
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't recognize him with the hat.
All right, so B is almost, or C is almost done. They're almost out of rocks. So we're gonna stick with sheet A here. 1 point game. We've got
a hit on this. They get easy.
Red that has 2 guards up, well, even though they're up 1 without hammer.
15 and a quarter.
While yellow had 2 rocks go through the house, or hog, I don't know which. Which having those red rocks will help Zakin trying to steal 1 or 2.
Or 2. Yeah.
And that was 15 and a quarter.
So I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So good for Zakin.
Yeah, you're right.
Stranger things happen.
Now sometimes in these tournaments, it's get stuff in play.
Yeah, that's all that counts.
Especially your front end, get stuff in play and work from there. You know, with greenhorns and newer curlers, that's sometimes the best strategy.
Best strategy. Yeah, I agree.
You know, we're not saying that any of these guys can't. You know, but they're learning. So if you can add more stuff to the mix for your shots, it helps out.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's how.
Just keeping rocks in play.
Keeping rocks in play, because if you're too short or right through, there's nothing you can do with it.
Correct.
You need stuff you can work with. That was a beautiful shot by Diane's second, maybe? Nope.
Might be Vice.
Vice. I mean, obviously, you're not going to get rid of that guard, so you're trying to come around and just kind of wiggle around there, and
Even just a corner freeze on top of it for now.
even for now, that's fine, yeah.
You probably don't want to remove it because you're rolling away.
Yeah, that's not even getting in. That was 17.
Now I'm assuming he has more room on that side, so maybe he can come around and be on the inside of it, tap that back a little bit, and behind guard. Because you don't have to be in 1 and 2 right now, obviously.
Right.
Now you want that to stay.
Yeah.
Right.
And he did, a little bit. But with that pretty much center guard there, should be pretty much a non-factor.
A non-issue, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, depending on how much a sheet is curling. Which we have
Yes.
been watching.
Yes, see? That's what I told you.
And it's still going.
Ryan Gletzel
I mean, that.
playing a freeze.
It looks like, or draw to the top 4. Well, it's gonna be further out than she wanted. She wants to get it in.
They reflooded everything this past weekend.
Well, that's helping. I mean, that does nothing but help yellow, I think, right now.
Right. Well, the red is
Out counting it's out counting the other yellow, so.
right. And the red is in.
But I wouldn't be worried about it if I was yellow right now.
Absolutely not.
As long as this stays in play where you want it. If this is not, then there's a little bit of an issue. But this is going to be perfect. Above the tee.
Yep.
I mean, if I'm, yeah, right there. You got to come down to it, I think, right now.
Or peel the center guard. Just getting far too complicated. It's Brian Glessel. He can do it.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, though.
I mean, I don't mind this call. It is getting complicated, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you have. I mean, that high guard is very high, so you have plenty of room to come around. But this is not going to help.
No. So if you're marked, you can put the pressure on by freezing to your own rock or putting one top 12.
Yes. The only thing with putting a top 12 is if you're not behind that guard, you're giving him a shot of a run back double. I know, you know, Diane definitely has the weight for it, so she can throw the weight for that run back double. So if you're on the top 12 there, you know, the run back double is a possibility. I mean, obviously you're leaving him the difficult shot, but I think I like the freeze.
I like the freeze, definitely. Yeah, that makes it difficult to remove the tying point, at least. Right now, Diane's got a short tap to the full 8 foot. She concede the tie. It should not be the end of the world.
On Thursday and chicken nuggets.
But you want to put the pressure on.
Tomorrow there's other vegetarian.
At least I would.
Yes. I agree.
I mean, don't go too crazy.
More comments about the tux?
About the tuxedo, yeah. Musician at Christmas time.
Comes with territory.
Absolutely. 8 concerts in 4 days.
Oof. How long is each concert?
They're different lengths. Tonight's is only half an hour.
Oh, that's perfect. That's
But
great.
It still counts.
It still counts, yes, but that's great. That's only half an hour.
Only half an hour.
Not like a 4-hour mass concert thing or something.
Full Messiah, yeah.
Ooh. How long is a full Messiah?
3.5 hours.
Oh.
We also didn't see that. They were sweeping. What they should have done is gotten off.
So Mark's shot came up short. Diane's going to...
It curled a little bit too much, yeah. So, it didn't alter Diane's shot because it curled so much. I mean, if it was on the other side of the 4 foot there, it would be more difficult. Or other side of the T line, or center line.
Center line, you're right.
Thank you.
You had it.
Oh my God, how many words do I have to use?
Why use 2 words when you can use 25?
20, yeah, exactly. Might as well be long-winded.
Right.
Later. Alright, Earl, here comes the shot. It's wide, very wide. And heavy.
I'm coming right on top of the yellow again.
Yeah, definitely this time. I mean, because if you block it up, she has a chance to tap, to tie it up, or to
to concede the tie.
to win. I mean, she has a chance to tap to win, to outcount that yellow, but most likely it would be
to concede
the steal. So I would definitely go on top to make her have to make that
draw to the button for the win.
A draw to a button, or right, so here it comes.
AJ Hippias.
It seems very heavy to me.
Sliding.
Those are your committee members.
I mean, if he sits on top of that red, it's not the worst, I guess.
You're welcome.
Oh, no, that does nothing.
Just want to go over a couple of quick rules.
Well, so Diane can either draw.
We're here for 9:15.
I mean, I'm assuming that's what she's going to do.
I imagine she'll draw.
Come see me. I'm in charge of the subs, and I've got at least one sub right now in tow. At least one. Okay, a couple of housekeeping things. This is a different event from what you're maybe used to. It's only 6 ends per match, except the finals will be 8. So, you're going to go out there for 9:15. You're going to be on a timer. The final end.
Diane going down for her final shot.
80 minutes have passed.
Her front end, making sure there's no debris on the ice. Very important.
Last end.
You don't want to pick at this stage.
You don't play fast enough, you only get 5 ends in.
If it's a tie, what's the tie
It's a
breaking?
nutmeg knockout.
Ooh, I love those.
Nutmeg knockout. So every person on your team gets to throw 1 rock.
The most sober member of the committee will come out.
And if you hit the button, it's 5. 4 foot is 3. 8 foot is 2. And 12 foot is 1 point. So they're really, really sweeping. The guy got it past. I think they have this. Oh! I think yellow scores 1. It is going to be a nutmeg knockout, and I must go out there to make sure everything goes smoothly. So I will be back. You can commentate if you'd like.
I will commentate on this.
All right.
Forfeit for 3 points. 3-1 red after second cross. Points for yellow. 4-3 yellow. Points. 5-4. Red. All right, Diane needs to hit the rings for the win. I believe it's a one rock, skip rock if it's a tie after the knockout. I believe. She's fine. She is fine.